Hello, love to you and your loved ones, and the ultimate, absolute experience of all that is. It's been a long time. Um, I had to talk about this. This book is really amazing, Mind Illuminated by Culadasa, Culadasa, or John Yates. It's an amazing book because it's basically a step by step of about how to meditate. Um, Anyone from a beginner all the way to an adept can learn the step-by-step process. But he's also a neuroscience and physiology professor, and so it's really cool the way he combines those two things, science and meditation. So I'm going to read you these things because it talks about uh, clearing trauma and meditation, clearing trauma, which is two of the main things I always talk about. So first, let me just say the way you meditate, and it's very helpful the way he presents it. It could save people years. You want to have a laser pointed focus, like what we're used to. That's what we always do. When you're talking to someone, your laser pointed focus is on that person. When you're reading a book, your laser pointed focus is just on that book, right? But that's actually that's also why we're always so stressed and self-centered and egocentric. It's because uh, laser pointed focus is naturally more of a survival kind of a thing. So in meditation and in life, that's what meditation is kind of one of the main uses for it, is you want to have that laser pointed focus on your breath or the sensations of your breath, either the physical sensations of the air going in and out of your nose as you breathe, or the physical sensations associated with your belly going in and out, and whatever sensations you feel. That's where you put your laser pointed focus or attention. At the same time, though, you want to be omnidirectionally aware of everything around you. So it's kind of like, I guess you could call laser pointed focus the one, that laser, boom. So put that one either in the nose sensations or the belly sensations, but also put the infinite awareness at the same time. And that infinite awareness is a very helpful thing because we already can do the laser pointed focus, but you want to put the laser pointed focus on the sensations of the breath while doing the omnipresent awareness. And that's where the magic happens. So then, as you meditate, like I brought up, unconscious memories um, that you've suppressed, physical sensations you've repressed, psychological trauma, etc. Physical trauma is going to come up eventually. And so here, let me just read about that. Um, In summary, when the mind is quieted through meditation, charged emotions, thoughts, and visions well up from the unconscious into consciousness. There, they become gross distractions, like big distractions, major distractions. To overcome them, simply make them the object of your attention. Like I said, the object of your attention is the breath, here or here, sensations of the breath. But if it becomes basically you try to ignore everything, not repress it, but just objectively, just not ignore is a bad word, is not the right word. You just you just objective and observe anything, whether it's a dog barking or um, some anger coming up, but you don't think I am angry because that's back to that laser pointed, self-centered, egocentric thinking. It's anger is arising, more objective. So, but if it becomes too big, like, maybe abuse memories and feelings are going to come up. And at first you're just trying to be objective, but if it becomes too much of a distraction, basically going from a subtle distraction to a gross distraction, and you can't ignore it anymore, then you make it the object of your attention. Instead of the nose or belly sensations, you make the memories the object of your attention, and you objectively look at it. So that's what he means. Acknowledging and accepting them until they fade away on their own. That's it. It's not important to consider why you're having these thoughts or where they come from. That kind of discursive analysis takes you away from the real work of meditation. In fact, there's no need to do anything at all. Whenever you judge instead of just observing, mindfulness is less effective. What he means by mindfulness is what I just said. It's the laser pointed focus as well as the omnipresent awareness at the same time. By simply allowing material from the unconscious to come up, mindfully bearing witness and not reacting, you reprogram the mind more deeply than you ever could through intellectual analysis. You're purifying your mind of all the afflictions you've accumulated throughout your entire life. This process is essential for personal growth and spiritual development in general, and for the final stages of this practice in particular. When purification occurs, welcome it, because only by working through our problems can we finally be free of them, as well as raise our vibration. I always talked about that in the past. There's nothing that'll raise your vibration more than clearing trauma and issues. The emotional purification in stage 4 can be the equivalent of years of therapy and is crucial for progressing through the 10 stages. When we observe and accept the thoughts, emotions, and images driving unconscious programming, the illuminating power of mindfulness works as magic. Deep unconscious processes are informed that the circumstances responsible for our conditioning no longer exist, and that the emotional reactions produced are no longer useful. We're not even the same person anymore. This new information reprograms those unconscious processes at a deep level, and the very structure of our personality is transformed and purified. We become less susceptible to destructive emotions and are better able to appreciate and cultivate more skillful qualities of mind. It's not uncommon for meditation to bring up things that might otherwise have stayed repressed for our whole life. The best thing you could ever do for yourself is to confront and work through this material. Just in case you need this. However, some people have so much trouble with emotionally charged material, these instructions won't work. If you're acutely disturbed, do whatever you can to ground yourself. Take your mind off things through companionship, good food, exercise, or try watching a movie. Having someone talk can be very helpful, provided they know how to be a good listener. However, never listen to anyone's advice unless it comes from a meditation teacher with experience in purifications or a professionally trained counselor. If anyone else offers advice, thank them and for their help and gracefully change the subject. If you find you're consistently overwhelmed by the intensity of what comes up in this practice, switch to loving kindness meditation in Appendix C. Practice loving kindness until you can easily generate strong feelings of compassion for yourself and others. Then try resuming stage 4 practice. If you find the material is still too intense to deal with on your own, seek professional help. Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to talk about. It really shows you the power of meditation in a very specific way. In fact, in a way that arguably nothing else can do for you as well. Even psychotherapy, is kind of takes forever, has its limitations, and it costs a lot of money. You can just do it for free on your own. Boom. Oh, and I was going to say too, this is connected very much so to my Ascension program of rubbing the chakras, doing TRE, to bring out the psychological traumas of your past. I didn't bring up meditation because, generally speaking, people just don't do meditation because they don't like it. But meditation is hard at first, and it gets better, and it has ridiculous benefits unlike anything else, and it's free. Okay? Do it.